Third down and 9. Indeed they do. 3 rush, 8 back, and still Brady finds Branch wide open for a touchdown. 8 guys back, and Branch got that free.
Second and goal at the 5. And this is the 9th consecutive run on this drive, and it produces a touchdown with a great lead block from Dan Frank. 5-yard touchdown run. The Steelers have scored 33 unanswered points.
It's straight, it's drifting, and it's good. I'm showing 3 seconds left.
1 down and goal at the 1. Carr rolls. He's got room. Carr, can he get to the corner? Yep, touchdown. Second and goal at the 1. Lossman fires in the end zone. Oh, man! Touchdown! Jason Peters, the tackle-eligible play. And that must be Sam White somewhere up there calling that one. Started to cause him problems, and unfortunately he wasn't able to finish the season, but, you know, he is a warrior, and the game called him back, and he's happy with this Buffalo Bills squad, and I'm sure 117 yards, no touchdown.
Third down and goal, Troy Aikman, where would you go?
Well, I like play action down here, Joe, but when you look at their personnel on the field, 3 wides, I wouldn't be surprised if they go draw to Julius Jones.
Gonna flip it up. Keyshawn Johnson makes the catch for the touchdown.
They need just over a yard. Got it. And more. Cadillac. Off to the races. Welcome to the NFL, the other rookie for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 71 yards on the run to seal the victory.
The Ravens are written off for the year, you know, because they lost his first game. And here's another pick. And it's Gary Brackett. That's his 3rd.
And this one's for a touchdown. He's rolled right, he's rolled left. A little fake toss. He's going to roll to the right. He's going to pack it in, and he's going to score the first touchdown of the night. And he knew it from 10 yards out.
Yeah. We're going to have to get the ball to the wide receivers.
First and goal at the 1-yard line. The big bull Duckett. Touchdown.
Of that padding, it will actually harden to dissipate the force of that blow to try and give him some more protection on that sternum.
Third down and 6. McNabb looking for anyone downfield. Doesn't want to run, and he fires, and he finds Terrell Owens wide open, and Owens is going to score. How about that? 68 yards. McNabb to Owens.
Third down goal at the 6 for the Colts. Carthon remains in the backfield for Edgerrin James. 17th play of the drive that started at the Indy 12. Carthon straight ahead. Touchdown.
From 41 yards away. And he's got it! And Denver's got the lead.
Number 78, Jonathan Goodwin, is checked in as an eligible receiver, so a 3rd tight end along with Baker and Jolly. This is a 1st and goal from the 1. Jets looking for the cushion. Fake the handoff. Pennington throws for the touchdown. Gerald Soule. And a flag down.
Prior to the pass. Holding. Defense number 55. Penalties decline. Touchdown.
touchdown.
The touchdown stands. Pennington to Soul.
Prior to the interception in the end zone. Blitz. The pass picked off. That's Brown. Back the other way. Brown will coast, as are the Bears here in the first half. And a penalty flag comes down at the very end of the return.
On the return of the interception, personal foul, illegal low block, offense number.
Well, you got Chris Harris who's working up on the blitz. Generally, he's back as a deep safety, but he walks up. Mike Brown stays back, and that's why Mike Brown was the one who comes in with the interception, and just a change of positions there by these two safeties. Again, Joey Harrington not seeing the safety blitz, and then he's short on the throw. Mike Brown sees it all the way. He collects it, and as you said, Joe, in the open field, I'm not sure there's a better defensive back as far as being able to get
that was Joey Brown.
That was about a 3-yard pass. You're right.
2:27 left. Tight end, Ben Watson. To the 33.
The ball's out.
There was no whistle. It came out, and Carolina says they have it. And that should do it for the Panthers. They've got the ball.
About your offense and defense. I mean, this is what good offense is, when you can make plays in this situation. Good defense is when you can stop those plays.
From the 30, Brunell going deep for Moss again. He makes the catch, and Santana Moss for a touchdown. Wow! And again, it's Glenn and Williams on the coverage. He beats the same two guys.
Unbelievable.
It is good.
Makes this. Vinatieri with the kick from 43 yards, and he does it again with 1 second. Unbelievable.
About the fourth quarter for Tom Brady. 12 for 12, 168 yards.
Yeah, give him a lot of credit. He threw it extremely well. The offensive line, everything, Jim, the play calling, and the Patriots.
2nd down 7. Let's see if Cincinnati goes here. And Palmer wide open, Chad Johnson, and did he cross? He did for his 2nd touchdown today. A 40-yard toss.
LT. Touchdown.
They wanted to use him more. They have used him early, often, and plenty.
39 yards. They'll go back. It's good. Got it. The Redskins go to 3-0.
Creative within his pressure packages, and he's got a great quarterback out there in Brian Dawkins. That's picked off. That's exactly what the Eagles needed. Sheldon Brown will walk in for the touchdown. And Sheldon was waiting for that pass from Trent Green. It's now 2nd and goal from the 1. Play action. McNabb gets out of trouble and flips for the touchdown to Smith. And McNabb showing great feet, good agility, bad groin at all to avoid trouble, and able to get that pass away to L.J. Smith, who has his 2nd touchdown of the year. We said it last year during the Super Bowl. This may be the best run organization in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles, from the front office to the head coach.
Now it is the 8th play of the drive, 2nd down and goal at the 1. Adams remains, this time on the left side. And McGahee slithers in for a Buffalo touchdown.
Just barely a bite into the season. A lot of interesting storylines already.
It is. It's shaping up to really be something. And again, I couldn't see Dallas putting it to Philadelphia like that.
Smith fumbles.
Recovered by Larry Triplett of the Colts.
And again, that is ball security is always #1 priority for a quarterback. You can jump, you can do it in the season.
And I don't think it's all because of Julius Jones, and I don't think it's all because of the play of the offensive line. It just seems that each play when they've run the football, particularly last week, one guy was having a mistake.
Bledsoe with plenty of time, end zone. Glenn for the touchdown.
And then they went away from him.
5 wides. Maddox.
Intercepted. It's Rasheed Mathis to win it for Jacksonville.
Records for anyone to ever play in the league as a receiver undrafted.
He is a lot like Hines Ward. He's tough, he blocks, and he always plays with a chip on his shoulder because he figures this could be it.
Back to Bell. Ball's in for the touchdown.
Done if 1 out of every 5 times one of those 2 bad things is occurring.
Thomas Jones to the goal line. He's in. Touchdown. His second of the game. Right side of the line did the blocking. The Bears celebrate with the points they didn't get on their previous possession. But the defense set it up again.
Who missed all of last season with a torn ACL. Amazing how quiet it gets in here when the Chiefs are on offense. Off the fake, end around. The screen to Priest Holmes. Into Redskins territory. Holmes still on his feet. Inside the 30, the 20. Tiptoeing down the sideline.
What an effort.
He's in. Touchdown.
What an effort.
60 yards. Wow.
Second and goal at the 4.
1 second differential. Milk that thing down.
2 tight ends. Ward is on the move. Kreider's in the backfield with Bettis. Roethlisberger caught Hines Ward. Touchdown. A 4-yard strike with a little Chad Johnson Texas 2-step to boot. Roethlisberger has thrown his second touchdown pass today.
The 40-yard attempt. And it's blocked. And picked up. This could go all the way. Matt Ware. Touchdown.
If they throw it in the end zone.
Manning looking. Here comes the pressure. Pass away. Catch is made. It's Toomer again against the Broncos like he did back in '98.
Third down and goal from the 1. And Vic's going to throw. At least he starts to throw. And then he's going to take it in. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. You never know with him. He's going to throw. He's going to run. He's going to throw again. And then he runs it in for a touchdown.
A gain of 34 for the Cowboys. Well into Arizona territory now. Marion Barber up the middle. A first down and more. And a touchdown for Marion Barber. Boy, you talk about striking fast.
Rush Farad in the shotgun. They need to go to the 6 for a first down. Here's Farad in the end zone. Touchdown. Chris Chambers.
Pressure again on Garcia. Throw back across the body. This could be it. It will be it. Game. Bears. Charles Tillman seals the deal. Never throw across your body late in the middle of the field.
A lot to move the safeties, Roy Malloy and Troy Vincent.
Boy, and that ball came perilously close to hitting the ground. Dillon. Touchdown! What a turnaround for the New England Patriots.
It's just, it looked like a football team in the first half that was uninspired offensively.
Great call by the official. I hate it when those guys are right all the time. And they're usually right. First down and goal at the 1. Rudy Johnson. And he gets in. Touchdown Cincinnati. 7 of 10, 71 yards. And they're on their feet in Baltimore. Palmer out of the shotgun, the shovel pass. And it is a touchdown tap. Perry.
It's just an incomplete pass, but it's not like throwing it up into double coverage. Just kind of flip it forward.
Third down goal at the 3. Big play here. 12th play of the drive that started at the Cincinnati 9-yard line. Ravens need to keep these guys out of the end zone. Palmer. Touchdown, Chris Henry. How simple can it get for the Cincinnati Bengals?
3 tight ends with Dunn in motion. Larry Johnson diving in for the lead, and yes, he got it. And no time remains, and that's it, and Kansas City has won with the extra point in waiting.
Wayne, 2nd and 10, and Peyton using all of the clock. Out of the pocket, going deep, he's got his main man, and that's Marvin Harrison for the touchdown. 30 yards as he hits number 88 for touchdown.
They're going to be better than they were a year ago or worse than they were a year ago. It's a real great time to watch the NFL.
2nd down and 6. Manning. Pump fake to Marvin Harrison wide open. 6 points.
Gus, look at this guy work.
Long leg, but a tough wind, and here it goes, and he hooks it. Does it have the distance? No. Comes up short. Came up 4 yards short. It's being returned by Nathan Vasher, who spun away and goes to some open space, and he's got some blockers, and Vasher is going. Vasher needs one more block, and he's got it. Nathan Vasher, touchdown Bears. Do you believe that?
I told Stan the wind was going to cause some crazy things that you may have never seen before in a football game, and that clearly did.
108 yards. Joe Nedney can't believe it.
All they need now is a Vinatieri kick. Well, they're still going up, going for it all. In the end zone, was the foot down? Yes, they rule it on the field. Touchdown, Watson. To make it a 7-point game. Evans, big hole, he has it.
To the outside. Ben Watson going full speed right off the line of scrimmage, just runs right by Lance Schulters.
I actually thought there was going to be a strong chance as you'll look at the blocking up front. Remember, they've had to rework the line today. Hochstein in there, Copen's been out, Ashworth out, but
a 60-yard attempt to win the game. And the kick is going to be well short. And that's the way it will end. And for Bill Parcells, I mean, think, he gets up, he drives to bury his brother at 7 o'clock in the morning.
9 Pro Bowls for Larry Allen, and Big Daddy's been around forever. Picked up a sack last week. 2nd down and goal. There's Barber. And Marion Barber charges into the end zone for a his second of the game.
Passes laughing for a big game.
White working hard there on the perimeter. Play action. Evans going deep. He's got Davis. Touchdown, Patriots. And they've been flirting with that one all day long.
A 55-yard attempt. Kanan will try and send this game into overtime. Wide to the right. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road have pulled into a first-place tie in the NFC South with the Carolina Panthers. The Buccaneers defeat the Falcons by the score of 30-27.
Second down and goal. Like to welcome those of you who've just been shifted over from the Jets-Denver game with the Broncos up 20-0. Second and goal here for the Colts, who have scored on every possession but one today. But look at Cincinnati, nearly matching them. Second and goal, and it's Edgerrin James, and he is in. Touchdown. 15th play of the drive, and another Colts score.
What a drive by the Colts.
24 yards for the win. Hit by Elam. It is good. Denver wins it.
He doesn't expect to turn it around in one game, in 1 week, or in one season. But he understands that if we do it the right way, when we get it turned around, it's going to be that way for a lasting period of time.
He's also got a 5-year contract, which helps. Big hole. It's Williams. Ricky Williams to daylight for the touchdown. 34-yard rip. And just like that, Miami increases its lead.
All three Philadelphia possessions have started inside Green Bay territory. They lead 3-0, and Westbrook carries it. Nice run, looking for more. Looking at the end zone, touchdown. No flags.
But he's a guy that's just now started to get into his own.
His career really took off once he came to New Orleans. Was in the CFL for 2 years, played in Kansas City, but was a seldom used backup for 4 years. Brooks throws another strike. Stallworth, touchdown.
Oh, what a great move by Stallworth at the end of this play. But do you know what something had happened in this play, Joe? They had time, because there is no crowd noise, he had time to audibilize out loud, had everybody move and get in position. Oh, no.
Short. It didn't get there, and the Saints will take over with only 10 seconds left.
The Indianapolis Colts, highest scoring team in the National Football League. As we say, threw up 45 last week at Cincinnati, 31 in the game before that, 40 at New England on a Monday night 3 weeks ago. And Manning will go right to the air, and Manning going for 6, and he has a wide open Harrison, and that's the way the undefeated Indianapolis Colts begin the game with an 80-yard touchdown as Harrison runs right by Ike Taylor.
Carson Palmer with a very quick move, and he's going on top for Houshmandzadeh. He's got it for a touchdown. Oh my! Ricardo Coakley on the coverage, and Houshmandzadeh, who compliments Chad Johnson, they were teammates at Oregon State, has his 4th touchdown reception. Rudy Johnson 13 yards away from the century mark. Rare to do against Pittsburgh. Here he goes on the outside at the 10, the 5. He is in the end zone. Another touchdown for Rudy Johnson and the Bengals. They ran right at the Steeler blitz.
Vrabel is in. Ashworth are in on the offensive line. Second and goal, and the handoff for a touchdown run, and Corey Dillon slamming through runs it in, his 8th touchdown of the season.
To make the catch.
5 catches, 46 yards for Donald Driver to lead the Packers today. Favre quickly getting rid of it, and it's picked off by Nathan Vasher. No flags down. Touchdown, Bears. Return by Nathan Vasher as Brett Favre tried to go.
Very well, teammates in Tampa Bay during their Super Bowl run and Super Bowl victory. Faison in the backfield. Owens, the fullback. And Seatric Faison is in for his 3rd touchdown of the season. Faison, the 3rd-string running back, leads the Vikings in rushing touchdowns.
Deshaun Foster back to the bench out of the locker room. Right now the Carolina defense has to come through. Cadillac Williams back on the field. On 3rd and 9, it's Williams. Cuts it inside, he goes in, touchdown!
Yards after contact.
Another great run by Cadillac Williams. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have opened up a huge lead on the Carolina Panthers.
Harding, Kendall Simmons doing a good job. That's the strength of this offensive line right now. The concern was out there on the tackles, but as a group, they played a tremendous game so far against the Bears.
Harding for the Pro Bowl last year. Faneca went to the last 4 Pro Bowls. 2nd down and goal. They go to Bettis again. Bettis gets hit. Still driving. Touchdown.
Yards to send it to overtime. Lawrence times. Colquitt on the hold, and the kick on its way. It is wide of the mark, and the Cowboys have won it.
Troy Brown is in the secondary for the New England Patriots. And they've got 5 back there right now. Lossman 1st and 10, batted down, intercepted, it's picked off by Sanders. He will go the distance for his 1st career touchdown in the National Football League.
And his payment, Klecko tackles him in the end zone and throws him down on the ground. That was excellent defense and just flat bad luck for the Buffalo Bills and J.P. Lossman.
Now, lining up for a 3rd and goal from the 2. Tim Dwight come in as a 3rd wide receiver. Gibbons to the lower part of your screen.
Tony chased out Tom Ashworth from the fullback spot.
They listen to me every now and then.
Dwight going in motion. And there is Brady. Flips it. And a touchdown, nice. Corey Dillon. And Corey Dillon with a drop kick into the crowd. His 2nd touchdown of the game. They spread the defense. They got it to the running back after a long delay. And another score, 27-0 New England.
He's unpredictable, so
That's
you should know better.
He's gonna do things this way.
3rd and 5. Miami looking to cash in. Shotgun for Rock. Steps up. Fires. Touchdown. Chris Chambers. What a tear he is on.
Left side, over here, or do they find this tight end, Jeremy Stevens?
Backside, wide open Jackson. Can he get in? Yes! Touchdown Seahawks. Perfectly executed play.
So the Bengals are called for their 2nd holding penalty. Instead of 1st and goal at the 6, it's 1st and goal at the 16. Draw play. Here's Rudy with a lane. Touchdown.
Christmas night. Hope you'll join us next week, our Christmas special. Next Sunday, Bill and I will be in Green Bay. Here's 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. The play fake, McMahon looking into the end zone. Nobody open. He throws, and now he found the man. That's a touchdown. Mike Bartram. Mike Bartram with the catch. Another touchdown catch for Bartram. 11 career receptions, 6 have been touchdowns.
Tim Kennison, the triumvirate of receivers for the Chiefs, a 13-yard penalty. Johnson in the backfield. 5 in the secondary for the San Diego Chargers. Jamal Williams back on the defensive line. 1st and 10. Green. Larry Johnson. Through Fletcher. And down the sideline. High-stepping it in and a touchdown. A 28-yard catch and run by Larry Johnson.
See, they'll be out at Seattle later today, and tough time for the Indianapolis Colts.
Intercepted Carlos Dansby, and he scores.
From 41 yards. The kick by Bryant is good, with 15 seconds remaining in overtime. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers win the game by the score of 27-24. The Falcons' dreams of heading for the postseason have come to an end.
Here's another big, long 3rd down.
This is where they catches up with you? This is a little bit of that no man's land. Is it 4-down territory? Do you try the extra long field goal?
8 out of 11 on 3rd down. Great success for them. Bowler. Mason! Touchdown!
Oh, does he run a sweet move on Anton Winfield. Great blocking. Terrific patience by Kyle Bowler. Wonderful route by Derek Mason to sell him on the stop and go.
Regular season next week here in Green Bay. Wouldn't that be something? Mike Holmgren here. If Brett Favre's last game is next week. Favre throws on 1st down. Intercepted for a touchdown by Lance Briggs. Bad mistake by Brett Favre. Threw it right into the arms of Lance Briggs. 4th interception return for a touchdown by the Bears this season.
85 team.
The one thing they can hang their hat on is that they have 5 players from the defensive unit going to the Pro Bowl, the most since 5 went from the 1985 team. Michael Bennett with a big burst. Michael Bennett in a foot race. Turns it on, and Bennett will score. No flags down. 61-yard touchdown run by Bennett.
We now travel first class, we eat first class, we're like a real NFL team. It's kind of a shot at the former management.
Green underneath to D. Brown. Brown, touchdown. D. Brown with his first touchdown as a Chief.
2nd down and goal at the 9. Davis a receiver. Dwight and Childress receivers.
This'll do it.
Kessel to the end zone. Caught! It's a touchdown! The tight end, Benjamin Watson. Can you believe this? With no time in regulation and the 2-point try in waiting. Castle for the tie, and that's it, and Miami wins it. The Dolphins win their 6th consecutive game. It is their first 6-game winning streak since '92, their best finish to a season since '85. They end the season 9-7, but out of the playoffs. New England is the 4 seed. They finish 10-6.
Let's see if they can hold.
You look at Rob Morris, the leader of that defense out there right now. This is an attitude stand.
4th and goal. And the ball game in Indy. McCown.
No signal yet from the officials.
Some are saying fumble, some are saying touchdown.
We don't know what to think if we watch the players, but no official has made a signal yet.
Is that the quarterback broke the plane of the goal line with the ball in his possession. Touchdown.
Wow.
After review, the ball carrier did not break the plane of the goal line. Ball was fumbled, recovered by Indianapolis. Touchback. First down.
Happy New Year, Indianapolis.
Wow.
A big home win for the Colts as they put the two-game slide to rest. An emotional return for Tony Dungy. And a 17-13 victory for the Colts.
Nick Harris punts it away. Randall L. is deep. He'll take it at the 19. And there's a lane. Randall L. one man to beat. And he beat him. No flags down. 81 yards. And Ward has just gone over the 7,000-yard career receiving mark. Bettis, is he in? Yes! 3 touchdowns on the day for Jerome Bettis.
Right, and the Giants are testing him right off the bat. If you've noticed that every time they've run the ball so far, they've run it right at Jason Taylor.
2nd and 7. Humphrey going deep, wide open. Plaxico Burress, who scored the winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. Off. Back-ended defensive tackle. 5 minutes into the game, it's 1st and goal. The fake to Jacobs. Manning on a roll. Manning looking for the end zone. He's in there. Touchdown.
Well, you got Jeremy Shockey cranked up. You got Marcus Colston going. You got a free shot here.
And down the sideline. Caught by Henderson, and he is into the end zone.
Offside, the defense, penalty at the time, resulting play is a touchdown.
The first catch of the day for Devery Henderson is an 84-yard touchdown.
And really, it's a brutal effect on running backs. Why not get one that comes into the league that doesn't have 1,000 touches in his college career?
3rd down and 5 at the 16. Welday Moore checks in at running back. Roethlisberger over the middle. Caught. Touchdown. Wow. Hines Ward again. 16 yards. And the Pittsburgh Steelers continue their destruction of the Houston Texans.
Preseason, yep, number 72. He's not one of those defensive tackles that's only in there to try to tie up 2 blockers. They think he's a playmaker, a guy that can do it on the other side of the line.
Sammy Morris is in the backfield now. The fake to him. Brady with time. Hit as he throws the ball. That is complete. Randy Moss. And Moss lost the football.
And Tom Brady got hit right on the knee. He got hit right on the knee. Kansas City came up with the ball, but that's not the story. Tom Brady took a tremendous hit as he released that ball right on his left leg.
Now 3rd and 8, and the Chiefs defense trying to hold. Castle to the end zone. Touchdown! Randy Moss.
Hobbling the snap. Delhomme into the end zone. And it's caught by Dante Rosario at the back of the end zone. And the Panthers win the game. Stunning.
with LenDale White. The Titans got something special. A lot of NFL teams going to the two-back rotation.
Solomon, that's the reality now. You've got to have two.
Got to have two. I agree.
After the timeout, Young throws it. Low throw, Johnson dives, touchdown!
What a play by this kid, Chris Johnson. Even Vince knows the ball wasn't thrown well. It was a lot of work to make the catch and then to keep the balance and extend it into the end zone by Chris Johnson. A phenomenal play. He is the weapon. In my mind, a budding star here.
You can see temperatures rising on the field at 100. Good starting position here for the Jets from the 44. Vernius Coles is not in. Great play action fake. Favre going long for Cotchery. Cotchery hauls it in at the 10, and he is in for the touchdown. What a fake by Favre. 54-yard boot, 14-yard return. Again, coming up, the Sprint halftime report. JB, Dan, Shannon, and Boomer. 18 seconds.
Well, they're going to play an umbrella defense, so they're going to try to take away the outside.
Pennington from the pocket. Has time. Lobs it to the corner. Revis with the coverage. And Revis pulls it down one-handed, but a flag. But a flag. He was going for Ted Ginn. Will it be offensive? Revis had boxed him out.
Pass interference. Offense, number 19 is declined. Play results in a touchback. First down.
2 touchdown passes to give number 4 now 444.
And I think what you'll notice from this defense, and the biggest change is speed. They've got a lot of speed on this defense, and they're going to play hard, and that's something that Marinelli's preached all offseason and in training camp. Let's give maximum effort every play.
Ryan back for his first NFL pass attempt. It's complete to Michael Jenkins, and he breaks a big one. There goes Michael Jenkins. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 62-yard TD strike.
Very comfortable in the pocket.
8th play of the drive. They get a first down to the 42.
You've got one-on-one on the outside. This is where you want to throw it on the early downs.
End around to Mason, double reverse, picked up by Clayton. There was a huge block. Flacco will throw a block. Rivers can't make the tackle. He's going to go inside the 5 and down for a touchdown. What a run and what a play.
Doing a good job on the early downs, so they're not getting behind on the down and distance in 3rd down.
McLean in the backfield, 1st and 10. Rivers falls. Here comes the rookie Flacco. Look at this. Look at the big man run with the block downfield by Clayton.
You talk about electing to go with the safety, Corey Chavis. 3rd and goal. Westbrook and Hunt, the split backs. McNabb, shovel pass. Westbrook, touchdown.
In the NFL. In fact, the top 2 guys salary-wise are going head-to-head here with Rock Chudzinski and Garrett. On 1st and goal, it's Barber over the top, and he's in for the touchdown. And then Deion Anderson, the fullback, gets into it with Andre Davis. No flags are thrown, and it's 6-0 Dallas, and Barber has his first of the year.
Bring up the field goal that ended the first half. 2nd down and goal now. And they're going to give the ball to the fullback this time, and that's Jason McKee, and he's in for the touchdown. The 5'11", 245-pound McKee takes it in, and Lovie Smith and Ron Turner, the offensive coordinator, with that gutsy 3rd and 1 call. You can see the frustration on.
A throw down here. Oh boy. Touchdown.
moving laterally. I think you can get some movement out of him by double teaming him at the point.
There's the formation, Josh. They go a bunch with 3 receivers to the right. Jackson is the running back. And Rodgers sneaking in for the touchdown. He's got those bodies out of there. Got a Lambeau leap in you, Aaron? Go take it.
Good defensive stop. From the 1, maybe not. Touchdown Denver. That's Michael Pittman who goes in. 40-7 is the score pending the extra point.
You're the supreme optimist.
Well, you think to yourself, at this point in the game, you're getting completely destroyed. Maybe a couple of the guys on the Raiders get excited.
If we'd have ran into the goal.
Consecutive losses when losing the turnover battle. And that one's intercepted. This time it's Nick Collins who's going to take it back to the house. And more salt in the wounds of the Detroit Lions today.
Wow.
A 40-yard interception return for touchdown.
It's amazing how fast things can turn in the NFL. The Lions were winning just...
Randy Moss came back and had a word or two with his quarterback. 3rd and goal. Vrabel's in. It's Morris up and in for the game's first touchdown. Sammy Morris.
Try a draw play. So now here it is. Overtime if he scores. San Diego win if he doesn't. Cutler to the end zone. There it is. Overtime. Eddie Royal, the brilliant rookie from Virginia Tech. Oh, look at is Shanahan saying go for 2 here?
Looks like
they're going to go for the win. Oh, why? Shanahan isn't playing for the tie in overtime at home. At home, usually that's the call. Overtime at home. This is for the possible victory. The throw is there. The Broncos win. Eddie Royal. Oh, wait, 24 seconds. Excuse me, 24 to go.
The timing rules will be the same as we have in the 4th quarter. San Francisco, you get to call the coin toss again. So this will be heads and this will be tails. What's your selection? Tails. San Francisco has chosen tails. And it is tails. They want the ball. Yes. All right. Which end zone, which direction you want to play? Want to go that way? Okay.
Placed down by Lee. Nedney's kick this time is good.
That's a really, really big win for this 49er team. And Mike Nolan, early in the week, had said that even though...
And so, hey, listen, if you would have told me before the game that Turner was only going to have 42 yards rushing, but that Atlanta would only be down by 1 score, I thought you were crazy. Give a lot of credit to this Atlanta team to hang in there after that start. They are in this game. They have a chance to get the ball back if the defense can do a good job and tie it up.
Graham checks back in. There goes Ernest Graham. A huge run. He could take this one the distance. Slowing down, makes a cut. Graham will score. .68-yard touchdown run that will put Ernest Graham over 100 for the day, and it may shut the door on the Atlanta Falcons.
First time this half that the Falcons defense has not done their part, has not shown up when they needed it most. They've held this Tampa Bay offense in check the whole second half. But that time,
Vinatieri on the way, looks good. with 3 seconds to play. The Colts take an 18-15 lead.
It is 3rd down and 9 now as they come up from the shotgun.
We got the bunch over here, and this is another time that they like to come back and go to Hines Ward.
Roethlisberger, good protection, has time, goes to the end zone and goes right to Hines Ward for the touchdown.
Avant had 3 catches last week. Good, tough 3rd down receiver.
McNabb loading up deep for Deshaun Jackson. He hauled it in. Oh, wow. Did he get over the goal line? Did he get over the goal line? Yes, he did. Touchdown.
After review, the runner lost control of the football prior to going in the end zone. By rule, the ball was along to Philadelphia on the 1-yard line, 1st and goal.
This is almost like, do you remember the game, was it in San Diego a couple of years ago, where you had a backward pass, a player who got up was untouched for a 1st down?
Used for this offense in short yardage situations, goal line situations. You know, right now on 2nd down, it's a great time for play action, but I wouldn't be surprised if they come right back to Pittman again.
Lichtensteiger in motion. There is your play action, and there is a touchdown. Nate Jackson. Denver scores first.
Really 5 guys for 4 spots.
4 spots, so you just rotate them through.
Yeah, they're all going to play about the same number of plays. This is the 13th play of this drive. 1st down for the Eagles. McNabb looked end zone, goes underneath instead. Buckholzer at the 10, at the 5, hurdles, and in for the touchdown.
And now Miami sends Pennington out to the perimeter again, and it's Ronnie Brown. And they continue to gash the Patriots. Ronnie Brown is gone. Touchdown, Dolphins. He has just tied Miami's franchise record.
He's getting tired. We have the momentum. I just don't want to do anything to give the momentum back to them.
3rd and 20. Stepping up. Going deep, and again it is caught by Miles Austin for a touchdown. Tony Romo feeling the pressure, stepping up, and going deep downfield, and the second huge catch of the night for Miles Austin.
5, taking a 34-0 lead at halftime. Cardinals came back, and the Jets had the answer. It'll be 4th down and 5. Patry went in motion. And Bard's pass wide open. Touchdown for the rookie tight end, Dustin Keller. Boy, a lot of these have been so easy, Baldy.
Well, he got a little motion, which said they're going to be a man-to-man. That's why he put Jericho Patry in motion. Once Brett saw man-to-man, he said, you know what, we've gotten the ball to our receivers. How about to a tight end?
And 6 touchdown passes for Brett Favre. And a career high for him, coming off a game in which he struggled in San Diego, hurt his ankle, and what a response on a short week.
Now, I know they're going for 2 points here because that's what the chart says, and that's what you need to do.
54-35, and Washington, close to the goal line, makes it in for the 2-point conversion. And the Jets lead 56-35.
Tackle on the other side of the field.
Great player, a little bit underappreciated. Worked here out of Cincinnati. 3rd and 9. Orton going for the end zone. It's Hester. Is he inbounds? Yes. Touchdown. Hester beats Asante Samuel and just does stay inbounds for the touchdown on a 3rd and 9.
Snap good, hold good, kick, good. Steelers win by that much.
What a turnaround.
throwing, far corner of the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Reggie Wayne. That is unbelievable. What a catch by Reggie Wayne. Did he get both of his feet?
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field will stand. The receiver's shin hit the ground prior to the knee. It is a touchdown.
Every week, he's really a good blocker, too. Third down and goal, and it's Portis walking in untouched. Clint Portis with the touchdown and a huge score by this Washington offense.
A sputtering New England offense 2 weeks ago against Miami at home and having trouble early today in San Francisco. Third and long for Castle out of the shotgun. Looking for Welker, rolls, and he's going to throw long for Randy Moss. He's open, and Randy Moss has a touchdown. What a throw by Castle on the stride to Randy Moss, a 66-yard score. Fourth and goal. Bootleg. Got it. Touchdown, Justin Peele.
Fought his way through it. Great game.
This is Forte, and this is another Chicago touchdown.
I saw Matt Forte yesterday, Matt, and I said, so all of the fantasy league players out there.
Vikings lead by 3. 13 seconds left. I think we'll see Reggie Bush go back on this kickoff here for the Saints.
I don't believe they will kick this deep no matter who is back there. Based on what has happened so far this evening on punts and kickoffs, the Saints have brought a lot of kickoffs back in good field position.
This has been saying we're going to hear from him. First of the game, excuse me. Quick toss intercepted. Jaquay Parker, the defensive end. He's heading for the end zone. Touchdown. The defensive end dropped back in coverage and picked off J.T. O'Sullivan and has put this game away for the Eagles.
Well, he threw the bait out there, and J.T. O'Sullivan took it. He never saw him.
Defender, Rodney Harrison.
Yeah, but Harrison was actually saying to the official was offensive interference. He pushed off.
Yeah, he did. That's how he got open.
Yeah. Here's Darren Sproles in the backfield now, and they fake it to him. And Rivers steps up, and Rivers is going deep for Floyd, and Malcolm Floyd makes the catch for a touchdown. 49 yards, and they go to work on Delta O'Neal tonight, and O'Neal has now given up passes of...
Carson Palmer come back, that ulnar collateral ligament. It's that Tommy John deal that Jake Delhomme had in Carolina that is causing him the problems right now.
3rd and 7. Marquette with a nice block. That's a deflected pass, reeled in by Hines Ward. There's a touchdown. There's a flag thrown as well. And a whiff on the tackle by Jonathan Joseph. He was on the wing against the great Hines Ward, and that young guy just got that ball as Ward comes up with a touchdown reception, his 5th of the year. He had the game-winning touchdown reception against Jacksonville 2 weeks ago.
After the touchdown, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, Cincinnati number 28. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. The touchdown counts.
Well, the thing I like about Hines Ward, this guy has fun playing the game. I mean, every time you see him, it seems like he always has a smile on his face.
Stay with 3 tight ends, Clark Olson and Kellen Davis. Forte and McKee in the backfield. Forte, touchdown. Just walks in easily. As they block down well, McKee with a big block. And Forte takes it in, and the Bears widen their lead.
Getting the recognition that they have deserved for quite some time. This year, highly regarded as the best line in football, and I wouldn't disagree with that.
Giants moving the ball, the Steelers not here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down and goal, and there is Manning with a pass touchdown to Kevin Boss. The Giants finally score in the red zone and take the lead.
It appeared to be a wrong call by the officials on a muff punt. It's second down for the Eagles, who lead by 6. Westbrook again. Breaks through. Westbrook may go all the way. Yes, he does.
Held each other. As I was watching on the field, John Phillips yelling at his teammates, let's hang in there. The Saints love the power running game so far today.
So in the red zone again, Breeze. Again steps away, now flings it back to the end zone for the touchdown. That's Henderson. Touchdown, New Orleans.
So many weapons, they distribute the football as well as any team in the NFL. As what did Drew Brees say? You never know whose number's going to be called.
Back to the #1 offense in the NFL. Ball looking for more. Diving catch. What a catch it was. What an adjustment and a touchdown.
Unbelievable. I said, wow, Drew Brees picked the wrong guy. The inside receiver was open for the touchdown.
Well, that's a 4-point penalty. The Chargers are subbing. Guys are running in and out as the Saints go up the middle with Barney. And waiting for a signal. They've got it. Touchdown. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chargers had 12 guys on the field, too, and wasn't called. Chargers have had the football the whole fourth quarter. That was Joe Vitt I saw on the sidelines real quickly instead of Gary Gibbs, the defense coordinator.
Let's see how much they can pick up. They'll pick up a chunk of it, all of it, none of it. Third down, 15. Rivers lofts it, tip, and intercepted. It's Filma with the interception for the Saints.
He went with the jump pass one more time.
From the left hash, Baronis this time nails it.
Airborne. It's long enough. It's long enough. It's good. The Bucs win. Bucs win. Bucs win in Kansas City. How about them Buccaneers? Matt Ryan kicks a 34-yard field goal to accomplish the greatest comeback in Buccaneer football history.
And Klecko. And it's going to be play action, and McNabb will get the touchdown. And he gets it to the lineman who is eligible for the score.
Empty backfield on 3rd and goal from the 5. Horton, nobody open. He's got the corner, and he's in. Touchdown. Kyle Orton looked hesitant to run at first, but then when he saw it was wide open, he took off.
Up and tried to make it a hook. And it ended up as a nothing.
As a stumble. 3rd and goal. Same alignment. This time they put Harrison in motion. Send him to the inside. The pass goes to the outside to Gonzalez. And Gonzalez stays in bounds for the touchdown. Wayne comes in motion to the inside. The fake to a dive. The pass to the end zone is caught by Wayne for the conversion.
And broke his shoulder. So Moore became the guy, and he did pretty well in those 3 starts. Over 300 yards. 2nd and goal. Hot to Holmes, who's got it for the touchdown. They gave him space and they took it. And the Steelers lead by 60 on the road.
But Duran just didn't get the red flag out and notice for the replay. Castle scrambles up the middle. 10-5. Touchdown. Matt Castle celebrating his first ever NFL touchdown rushing.
They could let it run down then to the 2-minute warning. Maybe they could even get another play off before the 2-minute warning. They do run it. They run it with Peterson. who stiff arms Bigby for the touchdown. And he did do it himself.
The ruling on the field stands as called. It is a touchdown. Green Bay is called for a timeout.
So now Green Bay has one timeout left.
I just get up here and spike it real fast.
No, you can't. It's fourth down.
Fourth down and 5. Roethlisberger looked for a minute like, hate it. Oh, here he goes. Stepping away all kinds of time. Now here's the heave to the end zone. Washington is there, the tip twice, and the Colts come up with it. Melvin Bullock secures it, and the Colts win it.
Gets run over. 3rd and 9. 8.5 to go in the opening quarter. This is the Giants' second possession. Their first ended in an interception, which the Eagles turned into a touchdown. And Manning flings it to the end zone on 3rd and 9, and it is caught by Burris. Touchdown Giants. Sheldon Brown on a corner blitz that time, and Manning hung in there and hits him for 17 yards and a touchdown.
To say you're our coach, Vernon Davis and Billy Badgman, the tight ends to the right. Ray Shell, a tackle eligible on the left. They run, Gore, left side, bounces it, crawls to the end zone. He was knocked down by a defender.
The runner was down by contact at the 2.5-yard line. The clock will be reset to 4 seconds, and it will start on my signal.
Whoa. And they run it with Robinson, who stopped, and the game ends with San Francisco losing by 5. Clark Hagan's made the tackle, and you want to be a physical football team and run, and they do it twice from the 3 and in, and they go 0 for 2.
In the division. Snap is good, and Feely knocks it through, and the Jets have won it. In overtime, 34-31.
Had to hold the breath till the very end. Rivers, open. Jackson drops it, and Polamalu almost makes the interception. In fact, they play on the field as if he did. I thought it hit the ground. Polamalu is still on his feet. He's able to shake free from 3 hits and still going. Now he falls on his own. Jackson.
After the interception, there are 2 fouls on the play. Illegal block in the back, number 57. Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness, number 51. The ball will be placed at the spot of the Steelers' foul. Their ball, first down.
Scott Green governing, and let's see if it's a pick.
Unbelievable. What a catch.
Wow, I don't know. Still not sure.
He got his hand underneath there. Take another look. I think he got it.
That is an amazing.
We've seen him this year and over the years just make some incredible interceptions.
After reviewing the play, the Steelers player did get his hand underneath the ball. It did not hit the ground. San Diego is charged with a timeout. It's Pittsburgh's ball, first down.
This year, not many people know about it. He's got a turf toe that may have been re-aggravated on that last play.
Driver with 3 catches on the drive. Jennings gets his first and a touchdown.
Fitzpatrick, pump fake. Now he fires, and the catch is made for a touchdown by T.J. Houshmandzadeh. First and goal from the 4. McNabb fakes the toss. Zone, he throws. Touchdown, L.J. Smith. 97. McNabb, final seconds of overtime. McNabb firing downfield. And it's broken up. Knocked down at the 5-yard line by Marvin White. The first tie game in the National Football League since Atlanta and Pittsburgh in 2002.
Perfectly done.
Back to that managing thing again.
He managed the game.
Yeah. I think the best ones manage it the best. 3rd and 3. Cincinnati out of timeouts. Roethlisberger is going to run it.
first down, reaches for the goal line. No signal yet. They say he's down just short. The knee hit inside the 1.
Well, it actually plays to the Steelers' advantage.
Now we get a touchdown.
Yeah, they really would have been better off having the ball placed at the 1, but he stretched it out. The knee came down close, but it did look like the ball was across the line. And Ben Roethlisberger with an exclamation point on the end of this night. He has done everything right this evening and has simply been the difference in this one.
You know, it's a touchdown. As the knee was hitting, he reached the football, and all it has to do is break that front part of the goal line. You break the plane, and it's 6.
Too big, too strong. Once again, the Pittsburgh Steelers out-muscle, out-tough, out-hit the Cincinnati Bengals.
There's a lot that you sometimes can gain when you lose because of the unique situation you're in. When you lose, it makes you go back and start paying attention to the details that you might not look at when you win everything.
Leon Washington near the goal line, and it's a touchdown signal. Jets punch it across. 4-yard touchdown run.
Has been benched here in the second half. They have had trouble punching in from 1 yard out. Cobb still has it. Throws into the end zone. It's intercepted by Ed Reed. He gets away from Cobb, and he is still going down the sideline. Brent Selleck trying to cut him off. Reed needs one more block. He goes all the way. Touchdown!
I think the Miami defense looking for a little moral victory here at the goal line. And he's going to make it into the end zone. 5th rushing touchdown of the season for Ben Jarvis Green Ellis to put the cap on a pretty good statement made here today by the New England Patriots.
Smith puts it down, and Vinatieri's kick is good to win the game. And the Indianapolis Colts win it on a Adam Vinatieri field goal from 51.
Beating up on Al Harrison, Charles Woodson, and the rest of the Green Bay secondary. Thomas into the clear, and the Saints tie a record for the most points they've ever scored in a game. And the Louisiana leap in the Superdome end zone.
And now Hill on the sideline being looked at. 2nd and goal. Barber, that was easy. Touchdown.
So a 1st and goal to go. We'll spot it at the 6 with Chris Johnson, the running back. Johnson wide open, untouched. Tennessee, 2 plays, touchdown. Off the McDonald fumble.
Beginning, moving him out of the pocket, trying to establish a run, some screens, draws, McNabb taking off and running with the football. This was 5 years ago, Donovan McNabb and the Philadelphia Eagles. 3rd and goal from the 5. McNabb with time underneath. McNabb gets the touchdown. Deshaun Jackson. That little extra effort got him in. An offensive explosion for the Eagles on Thanksgiving.
Another injury that lost for the year. Marlon Jackson was the other corner for these Colts. Went out with a knee on IR earlier this season.
Some teams, injuries are excuses. Other teams are just opportunities for whoever's behind the guy that's hurt.
Sounds like Dungy's Colts, doesn't it?
Anderson has it knocked away from behind. That's a loose ball and a live ball. And here come the Colts to take the lead with Robert Mathis making the big play again. Mathis, who was the star, forcing the fumble on Phillip Rivers that may have saved the victory for the Colts a week ago, and now he comes up with a possible game winner and a 37-yard return. Saints have dropped 8 passes today. Some of them because of the rain. Poston wide to the left. Play action. Breeze in trouble. Intercepted. Philip Buchanan picks it off. Gaines Adams putting the pressure on Drew Brees. And the defense having the upper hand here at the end. And for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who control their own destiny.
On 2nd and goal, this is Russell straight ahead, touchdown. And Greg, I'll say this. Tennessee and the Jets have been garnering a lot of attention this year. I think this game is a game that where the Pittsburgh
team of the extra point was good instead of keeping it to a field goal. And 13. Peterson back in. They give it to him, and he goes in easily for the touchdown.
What Adrian Peterson is. I'm impressed with this guy. I'm impressed with Tavares Jackson and what he's done in this football game since coming in the second half for Gus Farrar.
The 2nd down at the 10. The fake. Jackson throws, completes to Shanko, touchdown! Tavares Jackson with only his 2nd touchdown pass of the season, his 1st since the opening game.
Vrabel's in a tight end. But it's the dive by Sammy Morris for the touchdown. For the first time in Seattle today, the Patriots have the lead. Looking for Welker. They get him. The 2-point conversion to the mighty Mike Welker. What a player he is. You saw the hits he's absorbed to bounce back and play and come up with a 13-catch game.
3-0 Eagles, 2 minutes to go. 2nd quarter. Aaron Ross of the Giants has gone in for x-rays on his ankle. Kevin Curtis of the Eagles has gone to the locker room as well. 10th play of the drive for Philadelphia. The handoff to Westbrook. Westbrook breaks free. Westbrook inside the 10, the 5, touchdown.
2nd and 8. Romo throws high, intercepted. Townsend. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Five runs, 32 passes, Kevin, for 440 yards against this Raiders defense.
Couple tight ends. Thomas is in there, 3rd down and 2. Lamont Jordan. Thomas with a good block, and there goes Jordan. Always going to come up and strike revenge on his former team, the Raiders. A 49-yard touchdown run. And David Thomas, who has seen very few snaps today at tight end, had a great block, and he had Lauren enjoy it with him.
touchdown pass, 2 interceptions. Three receivers this side of the field for Buffalo. Lots of Jets down deep.
The Jets rushed one guy. Here come 2 guys late.
Rossman all the way to the end zone. It is intercepted at the goal line. Triple zeros on the clock. Kerry Rhodes with the interception to end it. The Jets win at 31-27. Up next, the Burger King update for all of today's scores and highlights. For Dan Deerdorf, Greg Gumbel, so long from the Meadowlands to JB in New York after this.
All game long. 3rd and goal from the 4. Roethlisberger, first option, shut down. Looking for a second, a 3rd option, now throws it. Man's there. Is he in the end zone?
We have a touchdown.
touchdown for Pittsburgh. 19 seconds. Flacco will go for the big ball. Yes, he does. Down the field, and he's intercepted. William Gay has it, and the Steelers are going to lay claim to the AFC North Division title. The next 2 weeks. Baltimore currently holds the second wild card by a tiebreaker over Miami and New England.
Probably looked like him when you were.
Well, the only thing that's gone poorly for the Eagles tonight, red zone trips. McNabb got one. Touchdown, Greg Lewis. His first of the year.
That they wasted before that ball was snapped. They had to be ready right at the time the official wound the clock.
2nd and goal for Garrard. Under pressure, gets sacked by Dwight Freeney. They're out of timeouts.
Not happening. This game's over.
Owens will split right. 2nd and goal. Owens at the top of your screen. Roy Williams, bottom of your screen. Williams celebrating his 27th birthday tonight. Romo, T.O., touchdown.
101 on the outsides, T.O. as well as Roy. That's like stealing. Great execution by this Dallas Cowboys offense. Great drive.
Keep in motion. McClain.
Here we go again.
McClain.
Here we go again.
First down.
Here we go again.
Needs a block. And LaRon McClain's going to go in.
I'm sorry, guys.
82 yards.
Marshall.
Unbelievable.
First, Clinton Portis does that. A good play by Quentin Michael, keeping him out.
Last week, the Redskins tried to pound it into the end zone at Cincinnati with Mike Sellers. This time they give to Portis. Touchdown.
Chris Johnson is the running back, lined up in the eye. Ahmad Hall in front of him. They pitch it. Johnson has it. First down and more. He's going to high step it in for the touchdown.
On either side on that return.
So a grape has not been busted as of yet.
That ground is hard.
So from the 31, Chad Pennington sets his line. Great field position to open it up. He fakes to the fullback and gives to Ted Ginn on the reverse. And Ginn, plenty of running room. 10, 5, touchdown. Oh my, 2 plays and a quick Miami announcement here in Kansas City. 23-yard line. Thigpen goes to work. A quick hitter to Charles. And Jamal Charles breaks into the clear at the 50. He has the speed. Can they catch him? 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Oh, he's tripped up at the 2-yard line by Jeremiah Bell.
They'll try to end it with a touchdown. Brandon Jacobs to the end zone and cementing home field for the NFC playoffs.
To tie the division and keep the Bears alive. The Chicago Bears win in overtime, and the season is still alive.
A new deal would eliminate all that conversation.
Squib kick by Akers. Here is Pac-Man Jones. And Pac-Man loses the football. Has it ripped out, and the Eagles take over. And with 5 seconds left, they'll have an opportunity for a field goal by David Akers. Another blitz from the Eagles. And knocked out of the hand by Dawkins. Fumbled by Romo down the field.
Clemens, a stiff arm and a touchdown. A blitz. Marion Barber loses the football. Jose Leo Hansen on the return. Only Romo can get close to him. It's another defensive touchdown. Dawkins stripped another. Of the Arizona-Seattle game, Arizona play, and the Philadelphia Eagles didn't just win, they won. A blowout win at home over Dallas. We'll come back after the break. Enrico.
And here is Ryan Longwell's kick to try to win it for the Vikings. And the kick is good! The Vikings have won it and clinched the division championship. Final score 20-19 over the Giants.
You can't do it for him out there. He's a good football coach, and I think the effort of these guys out here shows. And to me, that's great coaching, that they're inspiring these guys to continue to play hard and continue to fight.
Lions have to make a stand here. Rodgers on first down, looking deep downfield. He has Donald Driver, and he's got it. Driver is going to go in for the touchdown.
According to the officials, they will first have to deal with the leaning goalposts at this end of the field. First and goal from the 2. Lamont Jordan, right side, touchdown. And in these conditions, that's huge. Under the bus, player. And there's a quick kick by Castle.
You gotta love Belichick.
And he gets the roll down to the 10.
Oh,
the wind continues.
Oh, it'll go to the 1.
The football to the 5.
It'll go all the way down.
Matt Castle, the best punter in the league today.
For scores.
Opportunities missed by both teams. Dropped interception by the Jets. Big plays not taken advantage of by Miami. So they're both going to go in and have time to complain.
On first down, fake left, go right, get picked. Got picked, and here he goes. Philip Merling has it for the touchdown. The rookie from Clemson picks off Favre. And Miami has 2 touchdowns seconds apart.
From the right hash. Ball is placed down, and Casey's kick is good. With 1 second remaining, the Carolina Panthers take a 2-point lead.
Today, second down and 10 at the 33. Gradkowski. It's picked off. Taylor, make that Carter. Touchdown. Tyrone Carter. A 32-yard touchdown.
Second and goal.
This is your jumbo package.
Tomlinson again. And Tomlinson is in for a touchdown. And the Broncos berating the officials. They didn't think he got in.
If he remembered the last time that this happened, he did remember it. And if you're in one of those playoff games and you lose it, you'll remember it for the rest of your life because there's no game next week.
Meanwhile, here is Hester putting an exclamation point on a Charger win.
Wilson now comes into the game on 2nd down and 8. Wilson on the toss. And Wilson he's always had fumble issues, and there it is as he coughs it up, and Barry Church winds up with it. And that's what the Giants were talking about the other day with David Wilson, trying to get him to carry the ball the way they taught Tiki Barber to carry it high and tight. Sure enough, so David Wilson giving up the ball, and Tom Coughlin, and he's discussed it with him obviously all through training camp. They got to try to settle him down right now. Fumble problems in college. Gives it up here.
Again, the kill when he saw the blitz, which means he's going to the alternative play.
Gets it off just before the play clock expires, and then open is Ogletree. Touchdown Dallas. The second for Ogletree. 40 yards to cap the opening drive of the second half. Short drop by Romo. To the outside he goes, and it is Miles Austin for the touchdown. 2 Giants are there, makes the catch, cuts to the inside, and on a 1st and 30, the Dallas Cowboys get a 34-yard touchdown.
Tony Romo may be playing the best game of his career. Speedy inside linebackers, 2 bump and run corners on the outside. This is a different Dallas.
Most field goals, 52 across the NFL, and they are at the Green Bay 14. And that's why they have Randy Moss on the field right now, and a big reason why he's here. He should help them down here in the red zone. 2nd down and 9. Smith over the middle, wide open. And there is Randy Moss, their newest weapon, and in the red zone, off the sideline, into the end zone, his 14th career touchdown catch against the Green Bay Packers. 3rd down and goal. Smith. Pass is caught by Vernon Davis for the touchdown. And a conversion on 3rd and goal by San Francisco. And Davis is rejected by the crossbar. That was
kind of find your rhythm. This can help a quarterback like Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's been very good in 2-minute situations and hurry-up situations. Sometimes this can really help the quarterback.
Fitzpatrick out of the gun, picked off, intercepted by Cromartie. He will go all the way. Antonio Cromartie takes it back 40 yards for the touchdown. Leaping over and scores. And this time able to hang on. Sean Green, 27 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown.
Here, maybe looking for an end zone shot.
You called it. And there it is for the touchdown. What an impressive opening drive of this 2012 season for Ryan and the Falcons. 3 catches on the drive for Julio Jones, including a touchdown. Ryan will waltz into the end zone, and that is a touchdown again for Atlanta. Stafford flips, and that's a touchdown for the Lions. Kevin Smith.
Tight end is in. Peterson again. Getting for the end zone. His 2nd touchdown today. Walsh. And Minnesota has got the 3-point lead a couple minutes into OT. Gabbard. Vikings win.
Patriots. Rookie free agent out of Ole Miss. Brady stepping up, throwing. He's got a target. He's got Hernandez for the touchdown. 23 yards to Aaron Hernandez. Dederick, a little rest of the match. Chris Johnson actually on a yard per carry so far on this one. 3rd and 13 from the end zone. Goes out. Hightower's there to scoop it up. And Hightower's in for the touchdown. It was the 2 first-rounders who make the play. It was first Jones stripping it. That's Connolly lined up as a fullback on 1st and goal. The fake to Ridley. It comes back to the end zone, and Gronkowski has the touchdown. Rob Gronkowski.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. It is a touchdown.
A vertical passing game offense type of play.
Absolutely. You know, it just messes with that defensive end. You know, those pass rushers, they get their ears cocked back, and, you know, that's a play you want to run that situation.
Seeing you run that at the Rams many a time. Fake it, go to the boot, straight back, touchdown, Bucks. Mike Williams.
Robert Griffin III, 6 for 6 on the Redskins' first possession. He fires downfield. He's now 7 for 7 as Garcon breaks free. Pierre Garcon will not be caught. 88 yards to number 88 for the first touchdown of RG3's NFL career. Alfred Morris. Morris is in for his second touchdown today.
Second and 5. Jason Avant is at the top of your picture. McCoy backed up, loses the ball. Browns may have it. And the Browns recover on their 49. It was T.J. Ward, the strong safety, who knocked it away from LaShawn McCoy. And the linebacker, DeQuell Jackson, picks it up. Eagles turn it over. Clay Harbor, slot to the left. The second tight end. Here's Vick's pass. And it's caught. Touchdown by Harbor. So Clay Harbor, who was praised by Andy Reid as a guy you can trust. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie is in there. Brandon Hughes is the nickel back. And Whedon's pass is going to be intercepted by Kurt Coleman. And Coleman goes down. And the Eagles, with the big interception, will take over with 1:05 to go and a 1-point lead.
Had the ball almost 5 minutes. 12th play of the drive coming up from the 6. Moreno. No shot, Moreno. Touchdown, Denver. Playing press coverage on Wallace. Not letting him get the release after Ben looks that way. Comes back to the left and is intercepted. Picked off and running into the end zone for a touchdown. Tracy Porter.
Where have we seen that before? Yeah, he had the Super Bowl ring, he had the 4 MVPs, but it wasn't enough. John Elway telling me that
in complete control of this football game.
Extra lineman Bryant McKinney in the game. Ray Rice. In for the touchdown.
Just a reverse pivot. Right behind inside the 10 in the first quarter. Rivers. Trouble. Not trouble. Touchdown San Diego, Malcolm Floyd.
Yards out. Mass day to hold, and it's a fake, and it's inside to the tight end. Wide open. Tom Crabtree. Touchdown, Green Bay.
leap of the night.
Sean Slocum, the special teams coach for the Packers, got him.
Big, tall, athletic receiver that he has a lot of familiarity with, obviously.
They're going to empty the backfield.
Well, he found the needle and threaded it to the tight end, the rookie Dwayne Allen. His first NFL catch is a touchdown. Good snap, good hold. Does he have enough? Yes! Adam Vinatieri, 53 yards away to give Indianapolis a 3-point lead. 8 seconds remain.
12th play of the drive. 3rd and goal for San Diego. Rivers out of trouble, throwing. Touchdown! That'll stand. Dante Rosario. Chargers on the board first. Score on their opening drive. A minute and a half to play. Battle with 68 yards on the ground and a touchdown. And they'll go for it here on 4th down. Rivers give to Battle. Battle powers his way into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego. Second one of the day for Jackie Battle.
They spread it out with 4 wide receivers. And they pass, caught, touchdown, Andre Roberts. So Cobb teams up with Roberts, as he did last week, for the winning touchdown against Seattle. And they get the 2 yards that way after spreading it out. And the first touchdown of this game, and the Cardinals take a 12-9 lead. Going by in the 4th, it's 1st and goal at the 5, and the run, and now the Patriots claiming they might be a fumble. Kevin Cobb going in, and touchdown signaled for Cobb, and the Cardinals get the touchdown here as well this year.
That's a touchdown. And you see Tom Brady do that all the time, and how ironic that Kevin Cobb does it to Tom Brady on his own field.
Yeah, those turnovers happen in the progress of trying to win a game, but a huge factor in this one.
I believe Shiano called timeout so he could get Eric Wright back on the field on a big 3rd down. Manning steps up. He's got Cruz. Hits him in stride. Victor Cruz. Time to dance. Late grandma. Handoff as they spread him out, and now it's Andre Brown going in for the touchdown. First in his career, and he showed something here today. Andre Brown stepping in for the injured Ahmad Bradshaw. Freeman over the middle, intercepted, and the Giants have their first win of the year. Michael Boley comes away with a pick.
Football and going up against a team that was pretty motivated here this afternoon.
We're where we are, 3rd and goal at the 1. 3rd and goal at the 1. LaShawn McCoy in the backfield with Michael Vick, who will operate from the shotgun. Keeping it, touchdown!
Time left on the clock.
Security away from the defender. That's a big thing.
2nd down and 7. Wilson. Touchdown! Anthony McCoy. First to goal from the 3. As Wilson walks it in for a Seahawks touchdown.
This Dallas defensive line is getting really, really thin. Number one, Jay Ratliff, their Pro Bowl nose tackle, inactive today. We've had Kenyon Coleman go down. Now we've got Marcus Spears down there getting really, really thin in that D-line. This Seattle Seahawks offensive line just wearing Rob Ryan's group down.
Okay. No. The Redskins out of field goal range. Makeable range.
Run pass option. Things have to happen quicker down here where the process has to speed up. See if he can make a play here on third down.
Third down and goal at the 2. Tannehill. Fasano with the block. Touchdown. Is taking his place now on 3rd and 2. Incognito with the block. There goes Miller for his first career touchdown. And that's all she wrote in Miami.
Now Arian Foster checks back in with should be the final play of this first quarter. And Foster, untouched, is able to score for the Texans. Takes that low-key bow, which we don't see often these days in the NFL. But Arian Foster, who scored 2 touchdowns late.
Cam. Touchdown Panthers. First rushing touchdown of the season for Newton.
Broncos rush substitutions in on 2nd and goal. Ryan rolls it, throws it. Ronnie White got him in.
They bring, as you can see, Dalton here to the bottom of your screen. And a wildcat look. And back there is Mohamed Sanu, who will go deep, and he's got Green, and that's going to be all the way. What a way to start things here. They beat D'Angelo Hall. A 73-yard touchdown pass by Mohamed Sanu, a rookie out of Rutgers, who is a wildcat.
Had it not lost Matt Schaub late in the season last year, might very well have been the Super Bowl representative for the AFC.
Wade Phillips had that defense playing great football, and they continue to play it all season.
This is Charles, left side, running room, on his way, up the sideline. Can he outrun the defense? He is on his way and gone. No flags on the field.
The special teams coaches he's going to get a game ball today.
No question. Detroit has closed that defense with a free safety, and they've got them all up now. Receivers are one-on-one.
One-on-one. What a catch, and he's going to go. Nate Washington over the back and scores over Jacob Lacey.
Didn't happen. That was a good call. McCourty with the hit.
And it's caught. It's caught by the Lions. Are you kidding me? Titus Young caught the tip.
18 seconds.
Quarterback does it. I don't know if he got it. He fumbled the ball.
It looked like he
went backwards.
Yes. Titans win. Holy buckets. How you starting that one, Ron?
A crazy game. Had to end crazy. 4th and inches, and the fumbled snap does it in. The Titans get their first win of the season.
Leckler will hold it. Janikowski sweeps the leg. He's got it. Raiders win. Dennis Allen, his first victory as a head coach. Oakland has knocked off Pittsburgh 34-31 the final.
6 seconds left. Would you take the field goal here, Coach Bill?
Well, again, you have plenty of time to get the ball out. This is a 3-step drop throw right now.
3-step drop. Down he goes. Ball is loose. Arizona has it. Streaking down the sideline with a man to beat is James Sanders. Still on his feet. No penalty flag. Touchdown, Arizona.
Folk again for the win, and this one is good. The Jets have defeated the Dolphins 23-20 in overtime.
Incompletion percentage. On first down, a pump fake, and now he takes off. And Potter is inside the 10, the 5. He dives and is in for a touchdown.
A section of the end zone with as many Seahawks as you can and give someone a chance.
Rice is 6'4". Moore is 6'6". They're all to the right. Takes the lone receiver to the left. The Packers play it at the goal line. As Wilson scrambles to keep it alive. The game's final play is a Wilson lob to the end zone, which is fought for by Tate with Jennings simultaneous. Who has it? Who they give it to? Touchdown! Deciding who wins the game on this call.
Further review. The call on the field stands. Touchdown. Game is over.
Seahawks win in the most bizarre finish you'll ever see.
That's why John Barry threw the flag.
Second and goal, Brady on the move, gonna run with it to the end zone for the touchdown. Play fake, Brady. Oh, touchdown, Gronkowski.
Wide open. Power football today.
Brady on 3rd and 5, gonna lock it down the sideline, has a man diving. Touchdown, Brandon Lloyd.
Kaepernick out of the shotgun. Kaepernick is inside the 5, and he is in for the touchdown. As the fullback, 1st and goal. Here is Hunter, and Kendall Hunter is in for a 49ers touchdown.
Joe is his 4th drop here this year.
Now 2nd and 10. Rodgers flushed out to his left, stays upright, has a man, touchdown, James Jones. The kick, no good.
I thought he showed a lot of class and really represented the organization well.
What a game. 28-27 the final. Green Bay 2-2.
And this time, Tynes' kick is no good, just short. Accurate enough, but just short. And those extra yards come back to burn the Giants. Victories by a composite 4 points.
That pass interference call is going to be discussed for a while.
Oh, yeah.
More than you did in years past. He's going against Champ Bailey today. Here in 1st and goal. Brady goes left side, and it's Walker's first touchdown of the season.
Here's Ryan out of the shotgun. Throwing to the end zone of Julio Jones. He caught it, but it's signaled touchdown. He caught it while he was falling out of bounds. A great catch by Julio Jones.
Season, only 3 touchdowns so far. 3 wide receivers. Golden Tate has it, and a touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson's pass complete to Golden Tate for the touchdown.
Is every week he's gotten better, every week he's improved, every week he's beginning to figure it out. A bright future for the guy, he's very talented.
On second and goal. Play fake. Manning, throw, touchdown. Victor Cruz.
Good snap, good hold. Steelers win it, and they're 2-2.
Well, perfect snap and a perfect hold and a perfect kick.
And a big difference here today, Troy Aikman, the run game. A running game which was averaging a league worst 2.6 yards per carry. They get Mendenhall back.
And 1. Honda to the end zone. Rudolph, touchdown. His 4th touchdown reception of the season.
And that was the best throw Christian Ponder has made all day. It was absolutely perfect. And just when we thought the Vikings were going to take their foot off the gas, they took a shot at the back of the end zone, and Christian Ponder dropped a dart right into the bullseye.
That had to be a perfect throw.
Look at the arc he puts on it to drop it vertically down in the
Make the play. Jimmy Graham about 6'7". They love throwing him those alley-oop balls down the middle, and I don't know how you defend against either of them.
8 in the box here, at least for the moment, for the Chargers, and then they back off. Zone blitz. Breeze steps up, finds time wide open, and there it is. Drew Brees to Devery Henderson. Drew Brees setting one of those records for the ages. Brittany Brees is there. You saw Peyton on a 3rd and 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Brees has just set a new NFL record by throwing a touchdown pass in 48 consecutive games. He passes the great Johnny Unitas, who set the previous mark 52 years ago. Congratulations, Drew, on this incredible achievement.
And it is incredible. I mean, there are records, and then there are records.
Baronis from 40 for the win. Kick on the way, and he's got it. Tennessee win. We started the night off with fireworks. We end the night with fireworks.
For the win. And Hanson's kick in overtime is good. The Detroit Lions come back from a 10-point deficit late in the 4th to win here in Philadelphia. Giants and Niners next.
10, Kerman in the backfield. Intercepted and picked up by Sheldon Brown, and that will be 6.
No good.
3-2 and 2-3 in terms of making the playoffs. 51% compared to 21%.
Seattle down by 6.
3-15. 3-15.
Again, a bootleg. Step and fire. Wilson, separation. Touchdown, Rice. Seattle an extra point away from taking the lead. A bomb from Wilson to Rice.
It was clear to play to try to stop that play. Instead, this is it.
This is why we moved up from the draft to get you. Get us a first down.
3rd and 6 at their own 24-yard line. Evan Weisbrand again. He's in the backfield with RG3s in the shotgun. 3rd and 6 from their own 24.
Here we go.
Roberts sends Fred Davis in motion to the right. Takes the snap. Scrambles up the middle. Breaks the tackle. Into the 30, 35-40, up the sideline 50. RG3, electrified, from the 30, 35-40, and there he goes. Robert Griffin Jr. Can you believe it?
49ers just don't give up rushing touchdowns here at home. Manning keeps it. End zone touchdown, Victor Cruz. On its way. Out about it. Matt Bryant drives the ball. It clears the crossbar. And this crowd is delirious. And as you can see,
That would have been good for 60.
he had plenty of leg. He got enough elevation. He got it over the line.
He missed in the same area. And the Dolphins hold on.
Sean Drone in the backfield for Kansas City. Holmes' pass is intercepted, taken away by one-day Barber, and Barber will go all the way. 5 touchdown. The pass intended for Dexter McCluster, and Barber returns it 77 yards for the...
And maybe the Packers are still adjusting to his loss.
2nd and 11, and Rodgers will throw. And is it one-handed? Yes, for a touchdown by Jones.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Rivers going left, and it's intercepted by Chris Harris, who's all the way home. What a comeback by the Broncos.
That's Eddie Royal again. These are very difficult option routes to anticipate when you're throwing it to a target that you haven't had a lot of history with. Kudos to the Denver Broncos. What did John Fox say to this football team at halftime? He probably said, "Hey, Manning, tell the defense to play."
17-yard line. Chris Johnson is the feature back. Johnson finds the hole. He can explode, and he does. Down to the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Titans. Well, Rich, coming in, as we talked about at the start, it's a matchup of two of the weakest defensive teams.
Answers for zone and has answers for blitz.
4th and 9, Hasselbeck to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Nate Washington in the back of the end zone. What a catch. They'll review it. A 15-yard pass play, and Tennessee has tied it up at 34.
Made the walk back over to the Ravens bench, but bouncing around, that's a good sign.
It looks like he'll be back in the next chance he gets. 1st and goal. This is Arian Foster. Reaching. Touchdown.
the goal line and touchdown, Vikings. Simpsons, Jenkins, Harvin. And they go the other way to Percy Harvin. Viking touchdown. Watch how fast this ball comes out. Skelton on the run. It's intercepted right into the hands of Harrison Smith. He's still going. Harrison Smith. That is a Viking touchdown.
Well, they miss Graham, who's a tough mismatch, but they get Moore back after missing the San Diego game. First down on the Tampa Bay 48 for Breeze. Going to the air again and going deep downfield. And the pass caught by Joseph Morgan. And Morgan gets over for the touchdown. So this is it. 4th and goal with 5 seconds to play. Freeman in trouble. Fires. Touchdown! Mike Williams! And a flag is down. Penalty marker down.
Illegal touching by the offense, number 19. The player stepped out of bounds, came back in bounds, and was the first to touch the pass. By rule,
still ineligible apparently if you step out of bounds. And the game is over, and it ends on a penalty when it looked like perhaps the Buccaneers had gotten to within a point and an extra point of tying the game.
But then after the Giants could not keep their last possession, keep the drive alive on a 3rd down and 2, as Manning looks to cruise, and he will race to the end zone.
Hilliard, the running back.
Sanchez with the ball out. And recovery ends it. Ninkovich falls on it. New England.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. It is a fumble and a clear recovery by New England. Game is over.
And the New York Jets stand alone in first place now.
Rodgers flagged on the play. Rams may have been offside. The deep throws. Touchdown.
Offside. Defense number 98. Penalty decline. Result of play. Touchdown.
Another perfect throw by Aaron Rodgers.
This one was, oh boy, this one had Hall of Fame written all over it. I'm not trying to slam dunk him into Canton early, but
player, you see the 2 safeties back in the middle of the field, almost daring him to run with Chris Rainey.
Ball spotted at the 11 on 2nd and 7. Here goes Rainey through the middle. Rainey into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
Maybe they shouldn't have dared him.
After the run of 39, Michael Bush is the back. 1st and goal, Chicago. Cutler. Marshall, touchdown Bears.
This is Jake Cutler playing quarterback like he played early in his career with the Denver Broncos.
6th career takeaway tonight. Another end zone shot, and it's caught. Ryan Broyles, his first National Football League touchdown for the rookie out of Oklahoma. Meantime, Detroit will go home and play Seattle. And it'll be an interesting day.
Romo going to throw it to the end zone. And it is a miracle touchdown for Bryant.
The receiver's hand touched out of bounds prior to him
The New York Giants go to 4-0 here at Cowboy Stadium, and they are 6-2 in command of the NFC East. A spectacular game for Witten. But Tom Coughlin's Giants win it 29.
Stafford, quick throw. End zone.
Yes! Titus Young with a Lions touchdown.
Brady steps up, fires it, end zone, touchdown, Brandon Lloyd.
The head coach at Fresno State at the time. Brady to the end zone, and Gronkowski, another touchdown.
The 37. Ryan going up on top, and Julio Jones. And Julio Jones near the goal line, touchdown, beating Asamoah. And then Nate Allen, the safety, for a 63-yard touchdown. And Ryan picking his spot perfectly.
Receiver set from the gun. Moore gets rid of it to the end zone. Fasano. Touchdown. Anthony Fasano. Matt Moore. Perfect touch.
Or differential. Second and goal inside the 1-3 tight ends in. Roethlisberger throwing touchdown to Will Johnson, the fullback.
Adam Podlesh will place it down from the left hash from 41 yards away. This is for the win. Robbie Gould's kick is good.
Well, not in Lambeau Field against the team, the prowess of the Packers. Second and goal.
Rodgers looks left on the pass to the end zone, caught for the touchdown. Donald Driver.
And Donald Driver's minutes have disappeared with the emergence of guys like Jennings and Nelson. And he's basking in a little Lambeau look.
Day after Christmas, 2010. Luck throws it back to Ballard. Ballard leaps for the end zone. Touchdown.
The ruling on the field stands. That's touchdown.
The 10-game losing streak on the road comes to an end. Andrew Luck, the rookie, wins on the road for the first time.
Of the fourth quarter.
And Manning sliding and throws a wobbly pass, but it gets there anyway to Eric Decker for the touchdown.
He's going to go out and back in. And for Patrick Robinson, that's just too many different looks. And watch where Peyton throws his ball down low. Only one guy can get it.
Empty backfield, 3rd and 8. Cardinals bring 5. Niners pick him up. And Smith finds Moss for the first down and more. There goes Randy Moss down the sideline. Randy Moss on Monday night. What else is new? Touchdown.
Look out if the 49ers get Randy Moss going. Jim Harbaugh, he told us last night Moss has been a role model for the 49ers. That time he just starts inside, comes back outside.
At the 13-yard line of Kansas City. Rivers throw, back shoulder, touchdown, Malcolm Floyd.
Yards for the score. Especially Percy Harvin with the shallow crossing route. Peterson. First down. Peterson. There goes Adrian Peterson.
way down around the 1-yard line, Brandon Browner saved a Viking touchdown. 74 yards.
For Miami's D's. 3rd and goal at the 9. Wake was coming up the middle. Great reception. Reggie Wayne. Touchdown, Colts. Beautiful throw. About the only place where he could have caught it.
Of Oakland. Martin back in as Ware goes out. Here's Martin. Straight ahead. Doug Martin. And Doug Martin is going to score in his hometown.
Need to do something to kind of stop the momentum that the Cardinals have been able to create.
They fake the handoff. Rodgers over the middle has Crabtree. Behind the defense. Crabtree. Touchdown. No flags.
Now it's Newton. He is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
2nd and goal. Redmond weaving, reaching, and finding the end zone. Touchdown Steelers.
3rd down and 10. Flacco to the right flat. He has Smith. Smith is in for the touchdown. Beautiful spin move. Down at the 5. Goes 19 in all. And the Ravens are back on top.
Look at Bell's numbers. 2nd and 3 for Stafford. Back door. There it is. He'll walk in. Joyce Bell taking it over on this drive and caps it off with the touchdown. She returned for touchdown. He now has 7 forced fumbles on the year. 36 in his career. Tiptoeing out of traffic is Cutler, and a touchdown pass once more to Marshall. So another turnover leading to another touchdown. Yes, indeed. A salute to you, Charles Tillman.
Manning going far side. It is. Oh, what a grab! Grab made by Eric Decker. We have a penalty marker down.
And it's interference.
And it's interference.
Against Cincinnati.
Interference. Defense. Number 23. Penalty is declined. Touchdown.
Well, that's Terrence Newman, who's had the big day with a pair of... I mean, this is just one-on-one all the way. Manning likes the matchup, and the problem with Newman... Down.
And 1st and goal. To the end zone. Touchdown, Michael Turner.
At the 15-yard line of the Ravens, it wasn't really even a drive. Pressure shown by the Saints. Pressure comes. Vick puts it up. Deflected and intercepted. Along the sideline, it's Patrick Robinson, who got a block, and Robinson is gone. It'll be 99-yard touchdown.
Exactly.
Flag back here at the 28-yard line, around where the block was occurring around Michael Vick.
After the interception, personal foul, low block against the offense, number 7. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. The result of the play is a touchdown.
So it officially will go down as a 98-yard interception return for Patrick Robinson, who gave up a couple of touchdowns last week and 2 deep balls against Denver.
Gabbard in the shotgun. If he throws, it'll be from his own goal line. He will. And it's intercepted, and it's a pick 6. Darius Butler touchdown.
Been saying that all game. They're jumping all your routes. You got to push them off you.
Jacoby Jones will return this one from 5 yards deep in the end zone. And running room right up the side. And he is gone. Looks to be about 105 yards.
Wow. A 108 already against Dallas.
On the field so they can get the ball into the end zone for a completion and a touchdown. Jones out of the backfield. Smith misses a block. Eagles miss a couple of tackles. Touchdown. Blitz off the edge. Bryce Brown picks it up. Going for it all. Wide open. Touchdown. Macklin. Romo going for Bryant. Passes caught for the touchdown. Penalty flag on the play, but it appears it's against Philadelphia.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Wow. In football the rest of the way. First down and 15. Here's Peterson with a burst. Peterson, first down. Peterson. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown with the high step.
On second and 10, it's Chris Ivory cutting to the outside. Turns the corner. Picks up the Saints first down and more. Ivory still going. One man to beat. Fakes off Dante Robinson, and he is in for a 56-yard touchdown run.
Brady looking to throw. A floater. Gronkowski. He's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. The symmetry. Brady to Gronkowski.
Inside the 20. Johnson trying to find the outside. Cuts it back. Johnson inside the 10, and he's in. And what a start for the Titans.
Hillman's in for the touchdown. His first NFL touchdown. He got away from Nakamura.
For Jeff Fisher and the defense, I mean, they were throttled against the Patriots in their last game. The Patriots were 6 of 7 down here in the money zone, the red zone. This will be big for their confidence and their psyche if they can get a stop here, the Rams.
Randy Moss, top of your screen with single coverage. They'll go underneath to Crabtree. Crabtree, touchdown. He's in the end zone. The Rams might try here. Bradford throws. Caught. Time has expired on the clock, but the way the clock has been run today, we don't know for sure. And the game
Both of these teams
is over. I see zeros. And so a tie game with the Rams and 49ers is like kissing your NFC West rival. We'll have more from San Francisco.
First down, Sean squeeze him on from 23 yards to win the game for the Steelers. And the Steelers survive in overtime. 16-13.
Rushing yards in the fourth quarter among all players in the NFL. And stretching into the end zone is Paulson. No question, in his third year from Tiffin University, play action, and Breeze going into the end zone, and it's caught by Lance Moore for the touchdown. So they've been running the ball to both Ingram and Ivory, and finally Lance Moore gets free for his second touchdown catch of the game, and it's 34-10.
We talk about the efficiency of Breeze. 16 a score of any kind wins it.
Bubble screen to Johnson. Andre Johnson. Here he goes. Touchdown to cap a brilliant day.
win streak going through Cleveland, Tennessee, Miami, and Jacksonville. But now, game to measure yourself against New England. McAfee, not nearly as good as the one that didn't count because of the penalty. Edelman gets free, and Edelman cuts back. He's down the sideline. Edelman still on his feet and takes it in for the touchdown. 68 yards, Julian Edelman.
About a year to get over that knee injury he had last game of the year down in Houston. He's gotten over that, and he is physically big time on top of his game again.
Back to that 3rd and 2 play, and it's Vereen full steam ahead and a touchdown.
How about that? If I didn't know, I think the Colts were just going to let him score there because the game was close.
Freeman, end zone. Panthers win. Buccaneers win. Dallas Clark has the touchdown.
Ball picks up the blitz. Manning. Decker, touchdown.
They don't. This is for all of it to come. He makes an adjustment for the touchdown. Its way and good.
Before it came out.
Drew Butler, a rookie from Georgia, is the punter. And here's Jacoby Jones, came over from Houston in the offseason, and Jones is inside the 40. Jones has one man to beat, and that's the kicker, and he is in for the touchdown. Jacoby Jones, and that's what he was noted for in Houston.
Graham, this time, look out. It is good, and just barely, but it's a winner for Houston.
But when he gets out there, you can expect him to be running vertically down the field, and I guarantee you, whoever's covering him, if they don't have help, he's going to run right by him.
From Waxahachie, Texas, comes a 4.42 40. Where's number 11? Griffin keeps it. He's got him downfield. Robinson for the touchdown. No flags.
Here on 3rd and goal from the New York 3 as we start the second quarter. Great protection, slings it to the outside, and there's Welker getting open for the touchdown. Langston was inside. Welker goes to the outside. Tom Brady converts to West, and the Patriots take the lead.
My home worker, I'm not going to be able to keep up with him.
Well, years ago, we talked to Tom Moore, then at Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. We got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose, and it's alive. And then going into the end zone is Steve Gregory, who's had an interception, 2 fumble recoveries, and a touchdown.
Gosh. They like to aim at the far post from 38 yards away. Tucker sweeps the leg, and he knocks it through. The Ravens win. Somehow Baltimore finds a way. Ray Rice with one of the plays of the year in the 4th quarter to keep the drive alive, to get the game-tying field goal, and then in overtime, Tucker.
2nd down and 10. Wallace Will start lateraling and throwing, and that is caught on the play by Sanders. He'll zigzag. He's hit by Ward. There's a fumble. It's recovered by Cleveland, and that's it. The Browns have beaten the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Even though he rarely this year has been able to get home. That's the first sack for either team in this game. Pass is tipped and picked. Dante Whitner off the hands of Colston, and Whitner is in for the touchdown. Colston made the hit. Whitner gets the interception.
Luck fires. Touchdown. T.Y. Hilton.
Down just outside the 2. And they pitch it to Turner. Full speed ahead into the end zone for Turner. And a point after away from going back ahead.
7 minutes remaining. Henny. Long to the 3. It's caught by Blackman. Lunges end zone. Touchdown. League in takeaways, and they look to add to their lead over the Vikings. With a minute 55 remaining, second quarter. First and 10 from the 13-yard line off the fake to Forte. Cutler fires to the end zone, and the catch is made for a touchdown by Matt Spaeth.
Missed 3 games earlier in the season. 3rd and 6, and Manning throws, and it's caught for the touchdown by Victor Cruz.
Newton on the run. Hand to the goal line. Second rushing touchdown for Cam Newton.
That slam, Newton, on a direct power off the left side, right behind their Pro Bowler, Jordan Grove.
Quick pass to the outside. Welker walks into the end zone. Every quarterback in the world, Greg, will tell you that the slip screen is the best way to beat the blitz.
By Bill Cowher, the hold by Butler. The chance to win it by Sweezum from 42. And Sweezum's kick. And the Steelers have done it.
Like Jim, we said it many times. Overall, he was really efficient today, sharp throwing the football. Only had 1 or 2 bad throws in the whole game.
Threw for 200.
Ankle injury. Jordy Nelson is out with a hamstring, Joe.
Here's Peterson as he spins his way down inside the 30, down the sideline, and what a great start to this second half.
Barkley, of course, he's the focal point right now with the injury to C.J. Lang.
They've been running to his side, starts, touchdown.
A primary. Here we go. Final seconds. Luck steps. Luck, a little flip. Donnie Avery. He's in. Touchdown. Indianapolis has done it. And Drew Luck has shocked the Lions.
Russell Wilson throws. Sidney Rice. Game over.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The score, the game is over.
Touchdown, Russell Wilson to Sidney Rice. The Seahawks win on the road here in Chicago.
Mike Vick is, you put those two together, 2 very different styles, but money always plays a factor in this league, as we well know. Those 3rd-round picks sometimes a little cheaper.
2nd and 7. And they give it to Brown. And Brown loses the ball. The ball is loose. It is picked up by Claiborne. And Brown, who had 2 fumbles last week, puts it down on the ground, and the Dallas Cowboys turn it into a touchdown.
2nd down and goal.
This is one of my concerns for Denver. Short yardage goal line, can you run it in?
Yes, they can. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble recovery.
Redskins looking to come from behind against the Ravens. This for the win. The Redskins, in overtime, have defeated the Ravens. 31-28.
Capital of the world. Skelton from his own end zone, and it's intercepted. There goes Richard Sherman. That is a touchdown. First and goal. Beyond Washington and untouched into the end zone. Record-setting run for the littlest Seahawk, standing at 5'8",
where it's 3rd down and 17. And here comes everybody. Foles has to get rid of it in a hurry, and one-handed catch is made by Jason Abad, trying to avoid it on this play. Foles pass, and it's in there. Touchdown to Jeremy Maclin, and the Eagles will win.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. The receiver had 2 knees down, possession of the ball throughout the process of the catch. By rule, the extra point must be attempted.
They will drop to 6 and 7 on the year. Final score, the Eagles 23, the Bucks 21. So for John Lynch and Jennifer Hale, Dick Stockton saying so long from Tampa. Stay tuned for America's Game of the Week after these messages.
Better.
Yeah, and that hasn't just been that 1 week after that game. That's been since that point on, almost recreating a scene from the movie The Program, where anyone was allowed to knock the football free, and if that happened, everyone was in trouble.
Newton running. Newton gets to the corner. Cam down the sideline. Cam Newton. Hesitation. Still on his feet. Cam Newton. Touchdown, Carolina. What a play. Superman.
That's what happens. They get out on that perimeter. First and goal for the 1 as Peterson takes it in for a Vikings touchdown.
Coming off a 100-yard effort at Washington on Monday. Cruz. He'll dance. Touchdown.
This thing's going to come right down to the wire.
Toss to Wilson, running left. He's got room. He's got speed. He's got his 3rd touchdown of the day.
The 1. Richardson.
That's a touchdown.
Forward progress, breaks the plane in the end zone. Touchdown.
Trent Richardson, even at this early point of his career, what looks to be a very long career, he is a very good short yardage back. He has got great balance, great awareness. He never gets off his feet unless you pull him all the way to the ground. He stays up.
Simple but not easy. Trying to win it is Bailey. And it is right down the middle, and the Cowboys have come to Cincinnati. And on a game-winning 4th quarter drive by Tony Romo, they're able to smile and I'm sure let a lot of emotions go.
Up. Throws it. Ball is caught. What a catch for the touchdown. Denario Alexander.
Second and 4. Here's Harris. Harris! Touchdown, Green Bay.
DeJuan Harris. Slam Newton in a national championship game.
Here's a fade to A.J. Green. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
or maybe throw it to A.J. Green.
Second down, Breeze to Thomas, and a touchdown for the Saints on the game's opening drive. England finds the end zone. That'll have him knocking on the door of close to a 100-yard rushing game. Not quite there. Orlovsky looking around, throws to the back of the end zone, and that's it. So the worst ranked defense, statistically anyway, in the NFL throws a shutout today. A 41-0 win, and we're back to New Orleans in a moment.
Screen. Ponder steps up. Ponder still running. Ponder dives. Touchdown, Vikings. What a play for the young quarterback. 10 at the 18. Here's the handoff. Adrian Peterson. Uh-oh. Watch out. A.D. sprinting. Touchdown, Minnesota. 82 yards. And you said, partner, it was only a matter of time.
Much action on defense, primarily a special teamer. 1st and 10, and Romo goes down the middle and has the touchdown. Right on Golden. We told you he'd just come in. Romo must have spotted it, and he went to his favorite target, Jason Witten, for the 17-yard touchdown. And the kick is good.
Stopping the run, Michael Turner. Falcons sent in an extra blocker. Mike Johnson. It is Turner. He spins his way into the end zone for a Falcons touchdown.
I have the confidence that they'll make that critical play.
Ryan fires downfield for Jones in the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown. From the Giants' 3-yard line. Ryan to the end zone for Julio Jones. He's got it. His second touchdown today.
Went downfield and left the hole underneath open. Flacco. Throwing. Intercepted on the far side of the field. Chris Harris down the sideline. Flacco trying to catch him and he won't get there.
Third down and 6, a blitz. Rodgers gets to the outside, throws for Cobb. What a catch! Randall Cobb with a great adjustment. Here's one, caught for the touchdown, number 3. James Jones, what a day he's having. 1st and goal, 3 wide receivers in. Off the fake, Newton rolling, throwing, and a great catch for a touchdown by Steve Smith.
His Super Bowl, and again, this was a pass.
Start took over for Alex Smith before the Monday Nighter against Chicago, and the pass to the end zone is caught by Randy Moss for a touchdown.
After the gain of 1, Johnson running left again, and the man has had long touchdowns in his career. Could have another one. There goes Johnson, and they won't catch him. Touchdown, 94 yards.
Nobody hits the home run like Chris Johnson.
Ready? He gets the carry and fights to the goal line. Touchdown, Toby Gerhardt.
Green 19, green 19.
Ryan Grant again. Gonna look for the end zone on this side, and he finds it.
Packer fans want to preserve the shutout. Walker throws, touchdown.
And that time, Kenny Britt, I think, just standing all by himself in the end zone.
And the Packers improve to 11-4 on the season.
Flacco over the middle's got Rice. And Rice has got a touchdown.
Keeper on the hold, and Josh Brown delivers it from 43. The kick is good.
Stay on my ass.
Chase Daniel will place it down. Hartley for the win. His kick is good. So the New Orleans Saints come away with the victory in overtime, despite the Cowboys coming back from 14 points down to the final 4 minutes. Dallas very much stays alive. There will be scoreboard watching with the Giants and Ravens.
20-13. A third down and 10. Look into the end zone. And spectacular. It is a touchdown into the corner to Santana Moore. And now first down at the 17, and they hand it off to Dion Lewis. Cuts it back to the end zone. Lewis, his first touchdown of the season on his first carry of the afternoon. 8 seconds left. Foles looking. This will be the final play. And he cannot get it away. And there is 1 second left on the clock.
That brings with it a 10-second runoff. The game is over.
The Washington Redskins will play for a divisional championship.
New set of downs for the Bears. On the 40. Cutler getting rid of it quickly to Earl Bennett. And Bennett has another first down, and he will take it all the way. 60 yards for a Bears touchdown. First and goal from the 1 as Forte walks it in for a Bears touchdown. The Lions turn the ball over 4 times as Cutler takes one final knee. Bears remain alive. And will now take out their Green Bay Packers pom-poms. For Darryl Johnston and Tony Siragusa, Kenny Albert saying so long now to Kurt Menefee and the gang in L.A.
Down on the 40-yard line of Atlanta. Here is Martin. Martin with a break, and Martin's still going. Martin to the 10. He's going to score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And Brady to the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Wes Welker. The former Dolphin. Welker running back. Ridley, the handle of Ridley straight ahead. Touchdown. Running behind Dan Connolly, who had come into the backfield. First and goal. Ridley in for the second time. Touchdown, New England.
Down inside, 4th and 1, big running situations. Quick step count by Tom Brady. From the defender.
First down fake to Woodhead. Down the middle, open man. Gronkowski has the touchdown.
Saints defense in big trouble. Williams, he's been hot all day long, and he'll be hot again. Touchdown, Carolina. Nice leap over the cameraman.
It's that off-tackle power play that they've scored 3 times now on, where they pull the guards.
Still a one-possession game at this point.
Roethlisberger going end zone again. Touchdown. And look who, Plaxico Burress.
So, Chad Henne throws the pick, and on the run is the linebacker.
There's that speed.
Zach Brown, you talked about him, draft choice from North Carolina, takes it the distance, and the Titans are an extra point away from tying the game. Virtually a whole half of football still to be played, so they got time to stay with their game plan. Here's an interception. This could go in. Picked off. Another defensive touchdown by Zach Brown. And a bad situation for the Jaguars becomes horrendous.
Defense, a lot of spread look, all shotgun.
Came in very young though. Here's a block by the Jaguars.
And will they get a special teams touchdown? They're going to. Mike Harris, a rookie defensive back from Florida State, 6th-round pick, has a big moment. Evaluation. Going for 2. Rolling out. Chad Henne. Incomplete. Well, that will do it. Final score, the Tennessee Titans rallying back from that blowout loss at Green Bay 55-7 to win today 38-20.
Delayed handoff. Peterson. He makes it look easy. Touchdown. Ponder keeps it. Flips it. He's got it through the air. Touchdown, Adrian Peterson. Here's Peterson. Adrian Peterson down inside the 15-yard line. So they may get one of their 2 wishes today. He and Walsh have put the Vikings into the playoffs. We want to welcome in a new audience, and you're joining us for the celebration.
They pull it down, and DeMarcus Ware telling us last night that is the hardest part. That play you just saw is the hardest thing that they do in this offense to stop.
In field goal range at the 33, Morris exploits a hole. There he goes! Morris to the end zone. Touchdown. And opt to kick the field goal. Morris, can he get in? And he does. Touchdown. So Morris cements it. The Redskins will go to the playoffs.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Did
the ball come out?
It did, and they're pointing towards the Dallas Cowboys here.
That was the indication. There was a touchdown. There's the touchdown signal coming in from the line judge. He signaled touchdown. Of course, whether it's a turnover or a scoring play.
Plane of the goal prior to the ball being loose. It's a touchdown.
It's within 2 minutes. Of course, RG3. Maybe he can solve the fiscal cliff. He's